Hi, how are you everyone? This is Gerardo Zavala with another Word of the Week. And today is, what does AsIs mean? So I'm gonna give you a couple perspectives on what AsIs means. If you're a buyer and you're shopping around looking for a home, the seller is announcing to the buyer that the property is sold in as-is condition, which means that the way you're seeing the property right now, so if you're looking at homes, if you're going on showings, or maybe you're just browsing online on your favorite app, I use HomeSnap, and you see the announcement in the listing description, seller selling as is, that's basically the seller announcing to the world, to anybody looking at that listing, that he or she is not going to make any corrections. They're selling it as is in that condition. So for a buyer, and I get this question often, can I still do my home inspection? Absolutely you can, 100%. And I encourage you, just because a property is sold as is doesn't mean that you don't do your home inspection. Because the home inspection is there for your own peace of mind at that point. The property is sold as is. The seller is telling you, you could buy my property, but if you do, I'm not doing anything. I'm not fixing it, nor am I giving you any closing credits. But you, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, you have 100% guarantee that you could do your home inspection and from there decide, do I really want to take the property in as-is condition? Because you have 5 business days to perform your inspection. And for some reason, you feel that as-is just way too much work, you can pull out of the contract and say later. Now, another thing with the as-is is what I do for my buyers is I always like to call the seller's agent and get a little bit more clarification. Why are they selling as is? What does that mean? Can they share information of what exactly am I going to buy as is? Also in suburbs, for example, Berwyn, Cicero, immediate western suburbs, there's an inspection called a compliance inspection. And often sellers will order that. It's a laundry list of items that needs to be done in order for the seller to get up to code on the property. If there's a lot of items on that list, the seller could just say, hey, I don't want to do these. I'm going to pass it on to the buyer and I'm going to sell it as is. So if we are buying a property, if my buyer's buying a property within the immediate western suburbs or any area, I do some digging, some researching, go online, and I try to find out if that municipality has a compliance inspection. Because if there is, guess what? I'm going to pull that report and I'm going to share it with my buyers. So my buyer has the opportunity to know what as is. And what does as is mean? It means that the seller is disclosing that they're not going to do anything. They're not going to fix anything. They're not going to give any additional credits. But you have the opportunity to do your due diligence, do a little bit of research, and find out exactly what that means. So if you are looking for a buyer's agent, give me a call. I do a lot of due diligence for my clients. And this was the Word of the Week, as is. If there's any questions, feel free to jot down below. Feel free to like, feel free to share. And we'll see you at the next Word of the Week.